So this past Friday evening, we got the call, Janine got the call from the state police that there was a case of animal abuse and neglect. And in Janine's style, she was right to it right away, wanting to help. So she went to the site, and we started bringing animals here to our rescue to get them out of the horrible conditions that they were in. Mostly birds and goats, sheep, and one horse. And so we brought as many as we could on Friday night, which was around 115. And then the next day we had more. Many of our volunteers went to the site with their own vehicles, loaded up as many as they could. And when it was all said and done, after Saturday, we had taken in 404 animals. So what we did immediately when Janine gave us the call that this case was happening, we rounded up volunteers that could go to the site to get the animals, and then meanwhile back here, my husband and I triaged as far as setting up the area, came up with a process of how the animals would come in, because we need to make sure that they were counted, what type of animal, making sure that they were quarantined in this area. So this is actually a show ring that we had in the past before it was a rescue. And so we brought all of the animals into here so that we could keep them in one place and keep them under quarantine. And the process that we did was we kind of made a drive-through where one vehicle would back in, and we would open up this gate, and we would bring the animals in through here so that the animals already in the ring could not escape. And so this is kind of like a staging area. And then we just kept that going. We had a sanitation station. Once they were finished touching the animals, they had to wash their hands, and they had to spray their shoes to disinfect anything that they may have stepped in. And of course, then we ended with giving them pizza because they had missed supper that night. So we wanted to make sure that they were not hungry. And so they really appreciated that. But it was kind of a well-oiled machine. We tried to make it as seamless as possible, and also keeping infection control in mind, because we didn't know what diseases they might bring. So we just used universal precautions to make sure that we kept everybody safe.